How quickly a boring weekend can change. Welcome to Six Rings and Counting Special Edition. Joining me to break down the exciting news of DK Metcalf joining the Pittsburgh Steelers for the 2025 season for a second round pick. Trade just happened with the Seattle Seahawks as we're recording. Lou, talk to me, man. Should I be as hyped as I am right now?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. And I was wondering what was going to happen as we were talking yesterday, completely off air, and talking about how fast we were going to release our top 100 free agents
Yeah.
shows that we did. We just got to send them all out because they were becoming more and more obsolete as the days passed, especially with all the releases that were happening. Guys were falling off the board, getting signed, so it was making the top 25 that we had left, it was just a whopper jaw. But this here is crazy because as these receivers were getting released and guys were getting signed, we were both talking and wondering, well, what are the Steelers going to do? Because you have guys there. This guy's 27 years old. He's still at the top of his game. He just wanted out of Seattle.
Yep.
Pittsburgh has the cap space. They were playing with at least $60 million. I'm not sure what his guarantee is yet, but he signed a 5-year, $150 million contract. That's going to make him one of the highest paid receivers in the league, as he should be.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's putting him at $30 million a year. No, he shouldn't get 35, and he shouldn't get the 36 that Chase Brown's going to get. But he is a $30 million a year receiver, which works out really well with Pickens going into the final year of his deal because he's still on the cheap at $3.6 million. So now they have to back this up, in my opinion, with signing Justin Fields to a long-term deal while you still have the money, because you'll have to get Pickens done if he doesn't talk himself out of the league next year.
Let me ask you this question.
Or you can tag him.
Let me ask you this question, because quarterback is the obvious question. We'll worry about next year when we get to next year.
Yeah.
Right now, we don't have a quarterback. The signing of DK, all of the talk about Pittsburgh not throwing over the middle, Russell Wilson having the propensity to throw that deep ball a little more than he wants to throw anything else, as opposed to Justin Fields, who might look a little more through the progressions. And the fact that Russ not only is liked by Mike Tomlin, but also played with DK in Seattle. And final point I'll bring up before I ask your opinion on this, Denver's still on the hook for Russ for a lot of money. So you might be able to get Russ on another 1 year cheap as hell contract.
Oh, see, I thought that was a 1-year deal. I thought they were done with him. So
No.
I'll have to look more into that. But that being said, I would still bring back the kid I can have for longer term. He gives you more versatility with his feet because you have two deep threats. Your tight ends are your underneath guys along with Calvin Austin. This is a hellfire offense now, and if you get the right quarterback, and if you have those three guys being Metcalf, Pickens, and Calvin Austin now to run with Freiermuth and Jalen Warren out of the backfield, they have to account for Fields. You don't have to account for Russ. And let's not forget, Fields throws a good deep ball as well.
Yes,
He's just not only willing to throw a deep ball. Russ won't throw it over the middle, which is kind of rendering our tight ends obsolete. And plus, I'm sorry, I'm an ageist. This is football. All of them are younger than my old ass. But Russ is going to be 37 or 37, 38 when the season's going, as opposed to an athletic 26-year-old who, yes, can make some mistakes, but now you have guys that are monsters at receiver. This is the best receiving core that Pittsburgh's had since pair somebody with Hines Ward and name them.
Right.
I mean, this is it. This is it. I mean, they're both big, and DK Metcalf is built like a damn linebacker.
Oh, he's a monster. He was like David Boston before he got too big.
Yeah, he's like that with sprinter speed. I mean, and the guy has hands. And we all know what George can do when he wants to be dialed in. And I told everybody that Calvin Austin was the up and coming guy in this offense, and now watch him really break out because now we've put teams in the same position Cincinnati has. Who are you going to double team? You can't
Yep.
double team everybody. You can either double team Pickens or you can double team Metcalf. You can't double team both, or Austin and the tight ends are going around wild, or running game's going to go crazy. You simply can't double team everybody. So you'll probably see a lot of teams play that deep zone, which still opens that deep cover two zone where the
Hmm.
guys are 20, 30 yards off the ball, which we should be able to run the ball and get it to our tight ends all day long. And Metcalf will, though he goes deep a lot, he will go across the field and catch the football.
Oh, 100%.
I mean, so this is
100%.
it. This is what everybody has been clamoring for in Pittsburgh. Now, all the conversation as of right now, once that ink is dried on that contract, are they bringing back Russ because he played with him? And they had a great dynamic. They won a
Hmm.
Super Bowl together. Should have won two.
But
So their
but didn't.
dynamic was great. All because we didn't get a Baltimore shot. But so I worry about that becoming a factor, especially when you have old school coaches. So I think if they're bringing back Russ, they're trying to win a Super Bowl next year. If they bring back Fields, I think they're trying to win next year and beyond.
Yeah.
It's just who they feel more secure with in this passing game because it is going to be a hellfire. Pittsburgh is actually going to score points now. I don't know what to do with myself. I can't contain my excitement. It's mayhem.
In
It's out of
theory,
control. It's
as
bedlam even.
as Steelers fans, let me make this my last question for you. We'll get everybody on the road to a good week here. What should we be looking for next as far as free agents are concerned? Obviously, quarterbacks are number one concern.
Oh, yeah, we're not even talking about quarterback. Yeah. So
Outside of
that's
that, do we start
uh,
focusing on the line now? Are we confident with the receivers, or do we go out and make another big hit? Do we still make an offer for a Chris Godwin just for
if you can get Godwin or Cooper
giggles?
Cup, you absolutely go get Godwin or Cooper Cup. But if you're talking about what we need next, and we're not with quarterbacks out of the equation, that's just shooting fish in a barrel.
Yep.
A defensive lineman, I would go get.
Okay.
I would look for a D lineman, and then either D lineman or cornerback is what I would get, unless you can get Cooper Cup or Chris
Sure.
Godwin, and then I
But
will just load that receiver court one more time.
but this is now
And
more of when you can start to shift some of that money a little bit over and fill in those gaps on defense.
yep, and don't be afraid. And then I would go D line corner. Well, I would go another receiver if only one of those two though.
Yeah.
I, even I wouldn't even go there for Darius Slayton right now because you can get him down the line.
Yep.
But I would go D line corner, and then I'd come back with a backup running back. I would go after a Nick Chubb said he wants to come.
Mm-hmm.
We all know Nick Chubb gets hurt. He's hurt. But look, you only need 8 to 10 carries a game. He's
That's
not the
it.
starter. And what can he do with his 8 to 10 a game?
Yep.
So there's one football to go around. It's going to be some big. The offseason in Pittsburgh has just got started. I was wondering if they were really going to wait until the 12th when the free agency period really starts. I'm like, are they just going to sit back and let everybody else keep making deals and then just wait till the 12th? Are they
Yep.
going to actively do something? Because you have to do something. And they did. They pulled Omar and pulled off another one because
Oh
this
yeah.
one was huge,
This
huge.
the starting gun has been fired officially on the Steelers offense. If you thought it was when we signed that fifth or sixth tight end of ours, you were wrong. It starts now with the DK Metcalf trade. Any more news that comes out for the Steelers, especially, we will hit you guys up immediately. Make sure you follow us on TikTok. We are there. Make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell on YouTube. That way you can make sure you don't miss anything that happens. For Mr. Willard, I'm Corey Idle. This is Six Rings and Counting. And we will catch you all on the flip side.